welcome back for another Hatha yoga practice. We're in our starting our fourth week of the program, which I'm running now. It'll be 12 weeks in total, so we're just getting into kind of the more deeper parts and deeper work and things coming. And today I'd like to talk about self-development a little bit and how do we work with ourselves? What is self-development? And how does yoga fit into that? So yoga, of course, has many benefits, but when we talk about self-development, we're not necessarily referring to benefits, like physical benefits, but those happen too. And they may even be part of the self-development that happens for you in your journey. So we can say that for sure we have a body-mind connection. We have a body-mind experience of reality. And the self-development is, we could say it's finding the really clear communication and understanding of this body-mind system, the role that our thoughts play in how things are experienced, and the role that our body plays in where and when we are. Maybe there's been some time where you've lost something, and what are the various kinds of reactions that we have to losing something, like a physical object or a way of living, maybe a close person? And with that can come pain. With that can come even a strengthening of attachment. But have you ever noticed at a point, or maybe even immediately when you lose something, depending on what it is, that there's actually more of something like a relief? And there's a space in that relief for a couple different things to happen. One could be that you've now opened up a space in your life which that thing was occupying. Or we could say that we've freed up some energy that this thing was using. And with enough clarity and recognition, we can know from its absence, is it something that is actually useful, or is it something that I just feel a benefit of some kind of pleasure from it? And not saying what's right and what's wrong, but the principle behind self-development in this sense and yoga in this sense is to notice things that we're attached to, notice how it's consuming our energy or our space, and consciously deciding if it's worth it, right? If it's actually worth that energy and space in our experience. We can only have so much experience, it seems like. We're limited by time, we're limited by energy. And that's the reality that we start from. However, what many people will report, the longer that they engage in self-development practices, self-discipline, aestheticism, opening up the channels of love and compassion with other beings and with other people, and immersing in the base nature. When we work with these things in self-development, this frees up so much space and so much energy. The experience shifts from it being limited to it being unlimited. So the amount of experience that we have from the thing or the stuff or the space which is there, it almost seems like you can get more experience out of less and less and less until you find you get experience from only self. And that all the things that we thought we were attached or afraid or have all these complicated dynamic relationships with, they were all self-generated as a way to enhance perception, to enhance the clarity of how you see, and therefore enhance the ability to make a really rich experience. Okay? Because this is all about perception and energy, our thoughts, and this connection of things, body, mind, and so on. Start from where we're at, and then open into a place which has to be, right? Has to be beyond our perception as it is, as it was, right? And it's okay to look at things in a sense of time. Sometimes philosophy and yoga and things like that can be funny about the present moment being where it's all at and being the hypercritical thing for success in self-development. But that doesn't mean we throw away the validity and the use of being able to look at our story in time and our changes through time, right? We have two halves of a brain, so we can use both, and we can get amazing experiences from that. Let's take a moment to sit with our eyes closed, and we'll contemplate on this process, this self-development journey and process. So as you're ready, let's take a deep, slow breath into our belly. And as you exhale, you can close the eyes. And just keeping the eyes closed, let the breath move softly. And allow or feel for your breath, your body, your thoughts, and your emotions or feelings. For all of these to be openly perceived. Imagine you open all the doors and the walls inside of your perception of yourself. Allow everything to be there. And now give kindness or smile through this space of yourself. Make a good feeling through this space of yourself. And see, it's simple. We smile through ourselves. We find light within ourselves. We find power within ourselves, a transformational fire to become what we can become, to have fun in the way that we do things that we do. Even if they're quote unquote not good things, maybe consciously we can note that, but also consciously we can note, well, I'll engage with it consciously, but I know soon I'm going to say goodbye to this thing, right? This thing is actually holding me back from a higher potential or even nicer feeling, actually. So we can flip the whole thing. Instead of losing something as being something bad, flip to losing something, or even playing losing something. Okay, I'm going to play, I give up something. And that it's fun, or that it's a joyful thing to experiment and be curious about who we are without that thing. And how do we navigate releasing that thing for our healing and for each other's healing. And where does what we're doing in our class and our practices come in with all of this? Well, our body has channels, has functions, has organs, has life processes, and these can all be enhanced. These can all be more clear and more open for energy and knowledge to move through us. And so the more light, open, and energized our body is, the more frequency we can move into this higher kind of understanding of ourself. And it's a good analogy. How does the manifest universe work? The lower the frequency, the more solid the thing seems to become. The higher the frequency, the less defined the thing seems to become. The lighter, the lighter. Light your way. And starting slowly in your own time, we're going to move to Kapalabhati breathing. This is a pumping exhale from our lower abdomen, keeping our face, our shoulders relaxed. So this is like a quick burst of the air out. And you can keep going, keeping a rhythm. If the nose is ever too blocked to do this, you can do it through the tongue and the teeth. And make a last pump and just hold the breath out for a moment. Slowly inhale to your belly, your ribs, all the way to your collarbones. Hold if it feels easy, comfortable around the heart, and exhale slowly through the nose. Maybe squeezing a little bit our waistline or pelvic floor as we finish the exhale. Inhale your belly out again. And Kapalabhati. Hold out. Slowly inhale. And exhale. Deep inhale, fill up from your belly to the top. And long exhale. Notice a clearing feeling, mind clearing and calming. And last round. And holding the breath out. You can always repeat the last breath as well. If you do an action and somehow it doesn't feel quite right to you, it's okay to just repeat. Get into it again, get out of it again, get into it again, like we do with many things. And deep breaths, slow breaths. And notice many things. You can take at your pace, your own pace. And feel those little discomforts that we find sometimes. If the discomfort becomes too much, just slow down or back off a little bit. Don't give up the good process you're doing because you find little discomfort somewhere sometimes. Little discomfort is a good sign, as long as the intention is for self-development and not self-destruction. So again, important to be calm and clear first so we can see the difference. And most people would be surprised, but if you've never meditated and you start to meditate, you will see your own thoughts and feelings in a new light. And many of them won't seem to have the same effect or quality that they had before, without even really trying much to do it. If you're meditating, you will start to transform your thinking, transform your nervous system's activity, and so on. And let's feel the best feeling that you have right now, somewhere in your body or the quality of your consciousness, the best feeling that you have right now. Even if you're not pinpointing it, that doesn't matter. Just keep on that idea or that wavelength of this good energy. And we're going to spread that energy through ourselves and actually throughout the universe. I want you to imagine that the universe is you, is the body. The body is an infinite continuum. It seems like it has layers and boundaries and definitions, but in reality, and science proves it because energy is in constant exchange, and even this body is a host to many other living things, that there is only one body in this universe. So, spreading out the good feeling that you found in this area of our body and chanting Om and spreading it out throughout the entire body of the universe and all. Let's take a deep, slow inhalation. And exhale slowly, let your hands down. Open the eyes. And I'm going to share one more thing before we start to move into practice. If you're ever initiating to do some self practice, meaning you're not following the classes and the videos or with a teacher in person or a program that you've made, and you're not sure what to do, just sit. Just sit as comfortable and still as you can. Inevitably, you might end up doing some practices like breathing exercises or stretches or movements. And again, it's because if we sit still, we will start to notice ourselves in a different way. And practices will come out. They'll just come out. And the key thing that we're working on is that observation of ourselves. Okay. So let's come out of the cross legs pose and onto our hands and knees. And we're going to just start with cow and cat. Cow and cat is exhaling to round our back. It's cat pose. And inhale to lift your head and your tail, cow pose. And get into it. Feel your breath. Feel your spine. Inhale, drop the belly down, lift the chin, lift the tail. And exhale. And feel it and move, breathe. Enjoy the breath, enjoy the feeling of the body. 3 more times. 2. Breathing slowly. And 1. Let's come to a more neutral spine. And now knees a little wider. Sink your hips back. So we're almost sitting onto our heels. If you don't quite get there, that's all right too. And we're going to take our hands more forward and cross our wrists one over the other. Let's have the right hand on top. Let's take an inhale here. And then exhale. We're going to lift onto our left hand and take the right arm up. Turn, open, look up to the sky or the ceiling or out a window. Oh, there's 2 doves on a tree branch out here. And the next inhale, we're going to come down. I was looking right at them. And exhale, left arm up, twist open to the left. Inhale down, cross your left hand behind your right. And exhale right. Hi, doves. And inhale down. And exhale up. And hi, other doves. Let's do 1 more each side. Inhale. And exhale. One more time down. Exhale, up. And inhale, just hands back to table. So we can place our left hand down, bring our knees a bit back in. And now inhale to down dog, lifting our knees. Take a little step back. Let your head hang. Start to bicycle your legs. So like one knee is bending, other leg is straightening. Slowly stretching. Finding our awareness in another new dimension. Really closely linked with our body in this case. Feeling our body, our muscles stretching. Feeling our weight and how our weight moves through our bones, our tissues, and connects to the earth through gravity, connects with everything through gravity. Okay, and from here, let's walk forward to flat back, to the front of the mat. We have our feet close and parallel, and inhale halfway up. Lift as high as you need to that your spine is really straight here. Some people might need to lift quite high, shoulders back, legs straight. If you feel a lot of pressure on the backs of your knees when you do poses where we're stretching the back of the leg and there's standing or weight involved, maybe a little bit bend the knees or try to just reduce that pressure of pushing backwards. It can also help by gripping the toes, gripping the front thighs, etc. Take one more inhale, reach forward through the heart, and exhale, slowly fold down. We're going to bring our chest to our thighs. If that's far away, bend your knees when you fold down. And now let's do 5 here. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. And feel what's appropriate. Don't force your body to go super deep. As you start to feel more stretch, relax the action and curl more inwards. Start to bring your head in. Inhale halfway up or more to flat back. Exhale. 2 more. One more. And let's take one last one to flat back. You get a little more warm up on these low positions. Exhale the hands down, walk back. Knees down to the floor. And we'll do chaturanga warm up. So we're going to inhale to move backwards again. And exhale to move forwards. Once you pass your hands, bend your elbows to low push up. And push back up and back. Forwards, fingers active and strong, elbows close to your sides. And what we're looking for is a forward motion more than a down motion. So as long as you keep reaching to the front, I don't care how far down you go. Let's do last few here. Deep breathing. Feel your whole body activate. If you notice some part of your body, a joint, a muscle, at some place is like, hey, I don't like that feeling. That's not comfortable there. So respect it, back off a little bit, or just gently nudge up to the edge of that feeling. If this kind of practice is quite new for you though, be a little bit more even on the cautious side, because again, there's no rush. We're going to have this journey of self-development regardless of time and place. So might as well make it a good pace, right? That's enjoyable. Let's come back into down dog. Taking a few breaths here, more stable, just reaching through the body. Moderate stretch, deep breath. Eyes can be focused softly or closed anytime we're holding a posture that you can balance easily. Let's take the next exhale to bend our knees halfway. Inhale, walk to the front, flat back again. And exhale, folding again. Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Inhale all the way up now to standing. Raise your arms wide out, spread your fingers, lift your chest. And exhale, hands to your heart, standing straight. Let's repeat that motion of our arms lifting a few times. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, hands to the heart. Reach out through your awareness, through the space, through the universe. And exhale, connect everything as one awareness back to the heart. A few more times. And exhale. Keep going. And as we connect with bigger systems, it's even easier to feel this kind of awareness that I'm talking about. So one day I was practicing in Bangkok, of all places, but I was in a small park, and directly above me was the sun setting, and just beneath that in a line was the moon, and just beneath that was the earth. And each wave of the sun salutations, I was bowing in a straight line to the sun, the moon, and the earth. And it really helped to open up my awareness to that bigger space as a reality. And it's not just something that, is imagined or hypothesized or we can look at pictures of. It's really real, and it's there, and we're part of it. So you can open your awareness. You're not just practicing on this mat. You're not just practicing in this room. You're practicing in this whole universe. We're flying through this universe, right, on this ball, or this little part of the body is. Last few times here, hopefully it's feeling easier, like we can almost dive up and out of our own lower body, right? Really come up out of there and exhale back to the heart. Last few, keeping the root of our toes active. Inhale, reaching out. And exhale. Okay, now let's make sure we're at the front of the mat. And inhale, left leg back to a lunge position. So if you have a hard time to balance, this can be quite short position. And we want to end with our knee, front knee, just above our ankle. And then we're going to exhale, step our feet close again in mountain pose. And then we'll drop our hands and we'll inhale our right leg back to a lunge. Lunge means my back heel is also lifted. It's not a warrior one pose. And then exhale, hands to the heart and stepping back to mountain pose, feet together. And just alternating. Left leg, maybe a little bit further. And exhale. Right leg. Continuing, a few rounds, find your pace. And if you're starting to take a much bigger step back and you feel maybe it's going to be difficult to step forward, lean more first, right? Lean forward with your upper body. See if you can slowly transfer the weight. If you know it's a little bit too much, just take a small little step in and then come right underneath with your foot. Last few times. And back to mountain pose. Now, similar idea. Now opening to the side with the inhale. Inhale, step back and turn open to the side like a triangle pose. Our left foot is about 45 degrees. Then we're going to exhale, bend the right knee, bring the left hand to the right hand, and again, step back into mountain. And then inhale, right side open, turn to the side. Exhale, turn back to the front, step back into mountain. Now let's keep always looking forward. Inhale, step back, look over your right hand. And exhale, left hand to right hand, left foot to right foot. Inhale, right leg back. Keep looking forward where your left hand points. And exhale. A few more times, your own pace. Making it smooth, making it fun, making it graceful. Challenging your balance on the transitions, keeping your stability. Now the next time you're back with your left leg, let's stay there. With an exhale, let the right hip come under and reach out, drop the right hand to Trikonasana, triangle pose. However the pose is, hard or easy, well, if it's hard, make it easier. If it's too easy, just wait. Just wait and see how it's going to go. Looking up to our left thumb. Active through your legs. So try to feel like there's some pressure, some squeezing, some work in the lower body. And this is helping to create the freedom for the upper body to elongate through our lower back, right? Our lumbar spine. Push through your feet, reach through the crown of your head. Now with an exhalation, let's let the left arm slowly swing down, look down, bend your right knee, and place your left hand a bit in front of you. We're going to go to revolved half moon pose. We haven't done this in the course yet. If the forward bend, your hamstrings are a bit tight, you might want to block or support under your left hand. You can also work with the knee bent if necessary. And in our next exhale, we're going to turn again, open our right, and lift our right arm and lift our left leg. So if it's very difficult and you don't have a prop, just keep the right knee bent. If it's easy to straighten your right leg, get it straight. If it's really stable and easy to balance, get lighter and lighter on your fingertips, or maybe don't even touch the ground. Okay, then we're going to come down again and back to triangle again. Be here just long enough to find stability, solidness, steadiness. And when you find it, exhale slowly, smoothly, gracefully. Bring the hand down. Take an inhale. And then exhale to revolved half moon. Turn your body to the right. Lift your left leg back. Reach back to your leg. And exhale down. Inhale. And exhale, triangle. Take about 30 seconds to a minute more. Working with that hold or transition. Exhaling into the pose. Okay, we're going to come one last time to revolved half moon and holding there for a few breaths. Try to slow your breath down. Sometimes we breathe more just because certain areas of the body are kind of like panic mode, because the pose is saying to that body part like, hey, you remember you? No, you don't? Oh, okay. Well, I need you to do a lot of work right now. And so that part of the body kind of freaks out just because it's not used to being used in that way. But usually also it's quite capable and strong. And even after a short time of practice, you feel super calm, even doing challenging stuff. And slowly drop the hand and drop the knee down now. Let's get some more distance between our right foot and left knee. And we'll have variations for twisting now. So easiest variation first will be lift up, twisting, right? Twisting to bring our elbow over our thigh, keeping the chest open, keeping the spine reaching. And then reaching the arm to help create a little bit of action to help us twist. You can also take variation of bind or lifting your left leg. If you want to go super far and combining everything, and it's easy enough, you can try to do a bind and the revolved half moon. We didn't do tons of warm up yet, but if your body's quite open, that might be something you want to do. Or easy option, knee down and twist. Last few breaths here. Keep length as you twist, reach to the crown of your head. Keep your lower body strong. And let's exhale. Slowly bring the hands down to the ground and step back to downward facing dog. And now exhaling, bend the knees. You can take an optional handstand if you want. We're going to land with our feet close to our hands. Inhale to flat back. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Sweep the arms, reach out to the cosmos. And exhale to the heart. Pausing, feel your breath. Feel into a moment. Let's exhale. Open our eyes. And now inhale. The right leg stepping back. We'll start our second side for our standing poses. Okay. Left hip pulling under and back. Left arm reaching forward and then drop down and look up. Holding here for a bit first. Feel the stability. Breathe the calmness through the whole pose. If you can't feel that calming starting to grow within your awareness, make the pose a little easier. Good. Now exhaling. Left knee bending, right arm sweeping down. Place your hand a bit forward in front of your foot or on the block. And exhale, lean more forwards, left arm up, twist to the left, the right leg sticking straight back behind you. Slowly transition back to triangle. And transition to revolved half moon. Exhale, bend the knee. Take an inhale with your hand placed. And exhale, twist. Lift and twist. Inhale down. Exhale, triangle. Okay, last one, coming to the revolved half moon and holding. And release. And take your own variation of twisting. You can start with the knee down, again as we did before, or start to work towards any other variation. Solid through your legs. Inhale. And exhale. Hook your arm just over, head pointing straight forwards, and turning through our whole axis to look up. Last few breaths. And release down to the ground. We'll step back to downward dog. And exhale, both knees down. And now standing on our knees, slide your hands back, lift up. Keep the knees hip distance or very slightly a little closer together is fine as well. Toes tucked. And from the pressure of our feet kind of pushing back through our toes, lift up through your heart space. Now we're not going to go like a deep camel pose, like we're not going to bring our hands to our feet here. Maybe to your lower back though. Yeah, think about the lifting of the heart more than the going back of your body. Change the shape of the spine. If it feels nice, allow the tail to also lift back. Yeah? Curve through the arch of your body. Your butt sticking out, your heart lifting up. That's basically all we're doing. The rest is just breathing and feel it. Okay, keeping this upper body. Let's see if we can step 1 foot forward. Okay, and then lunge through our hip. Holding here. Still active, still strong, but really opening the left leg back. Feel like your right foot is almost holding the floor the way it's active. Suction cup of the arch, toes slightly gripping. Left foot active, just enough pushing back to send the heart forward. Lift the chin. Try to push through the left toes to feel the chin lift. Last few breaths. A little bit of discomfort's okay. Last few, go all the way as far as you want. Chin drawing all the way back to your foot. Keep your chin back, bring your hands to the ground, and slowly bring your chin down. Just hold for a second there. Close your eyes for 2 more deep breaths. And now exhale. Lift your chest again. Push from your right foot to move your weight back. And then once you feel you're stable, sneak your right knee back underneath of your hip. Both toes tucked. Heart lifting. Tail reaching back. Okay, and then keeping that, sneak your left leg forward and lunge. Left foot active and strong. Breathing deeply, start to lift through the heart, the chin. As long as the breath is flowing, you're good. Keep flowing the breath. If the breath is getting stuck or too short, make the pose easier. Make the exercise easier. Last few breaths. And making the way down slowly. Hands, fingertips, chin slightly in. Hold there. And exhale. Start to lift, push through your left leg. Sneak your left leg back. Both toes tucked. Last time. Open and lift the heart. Reach the tail back. And allow yourself to explore same feeling as we had before. Pelvis going forward or a lunge feeling, and chin lifting. Slowly lift up. Chin slowly down. Release your hands, point your toes back. Slowly sit back to your heels. No weight on the hands at first. And then rest the hands. Close the eyes. Maybe noticing and working a little bit to keep the feeling of lightness in the body. So we're not just sinking into our foundation. There's maybe a slight action in the legs still. Very slight. And that action is creating a little feeling of lift or lightness. And from here, let's open the eyes, bring the hands to the floor, and with control, lift the knees and then cross your legs to step cross legs and sit cross legs. Okay. Let the feet close together, knees apart. Lift through your heart space. And exhale, move forward to forward bend slowly, very slowly. Close your eyes, focus now on the awareness itself, less on the action, more on the breath and the feeling, the awareness itself. Slowly come back up. Now for our last exercise, more active exercise before relaxation, I want you to choose some option of putting the legs up. So if we're more dynamic in this, I want to have a little bit more concentration for our body, for our physical body, we can do shoulder stand. If you want something a little bit less, but kind of similar effect for our circulation, we can do bridge pose. At least now the heart is pumping towards gravity like that. If you want to take it really relaxed, put your legs up a wall. Doesn't have to be any specific angle, but somewhere where you feel restful, easy for your legs to stay like that. And this will be our last exercise before Shavasana. So getting your legs up feeling the circulation. And awareness. Observe and feel your awareness with what you feel. And when you feel ready, you can make your way to laying onto the back. If you chose shoulder stand and you want to finish any other of the typical poses, common poses for the end sequence that people like to practice, you're welcome to do so. And time laying down, feet apart, palms open. And just stay with the flow of your breath. It's good to have something to cover the eyes when you're in Shavasana, especially if it's a bright space. It's good to have blankets if it's a little chilly. Feel your body connected to the back through the floor now. Where is the body touching the floor? As your body is here on the floor, let's expand our awareness to the bigger space that we're in. Feeling this building or area that you're in. Feeling the earth going all the way down beneath us to the center and even out to the other side. And all of the continents of the earth, the oceans, all of the animals, plants, people. Even as we lay here still and relaxed, the earth is spinning, life is happening, and together with the earth we spin and move around the sun with the moon. We try to feel the earth with the moon going around the sun. here connected on the floor to the earth, with the moon and the sun, and all the planets moving together through the galaxy. Try to feel our place in the galaxy, or the space beyond our planets and sun. Expand your awareness. And feeling through your body here on the floor with the earth and moon and sun in the galaxy, and in a great universe of countless galaxies. We drift, we flow, we channel, we erupt. Cosmic energy is always moving and changing. And the more we open to allow the energies to move through us, these cosmic energies, these subtle energies of self, the less we need, the more joy we create. We create our own joy. All you need is energy. And there's countless energy, infinite energy in this infinite body. And now, while this is a beautiful exercise to expand, to try to feel a bigger space and body, remember that half of the equation is the work you put in, is the discipline you put in, working from where you are and what you normally feel now. Right? Working on those things and bringing in that other half that already the whole universe, already infinite energy, already no pressure. You have as much time and space as you could ever want to explore this universe. So find the pace which is suitable for you, that you enjoy. Recognize that there is development and work you can do, and it is your choice. But also recognize that often if we avoid to make that choice, or if we completely reject that choice, oftentimes suffering is not far behind. But instead of being afraid of suffering, love having fun, love playing, love growing, love sharing, love loving yourself and all that comes into your awareness. And if something comes into your awareness that you can't yet connect it like that, no pressure there either. Take it easy. Come there, come here and there, come back, revisit. Right? Many things we let go of, we revisit, we let go of, and so on. And if you have the hard time to break out of it, take a stronger step towards the work and the self-discipline. Not much further than where you are, but take a stronger step than where you are now. And slowly start to move your fingers and toes, stretch your body. So ready, roll to the side or rock to sit up. And again, if we don't know what to do, what is that stronger step I can take? Just take a little more time to sit in stillness. It could be in nature, could be in a room. Just take that time to sit in stillness and dissolve the boundaries. Allow whatever is coming through to come through and work with it. So, pleasure to share this practice with you. As always, thank you for joining. It couldn't be possible without you, and it couldn't be possible without all of our teachers that we've had that shared all of the inspiration and the practices and the knowledge which we are rediscovering, remembering, reapplying. Namaste. Thank you. And hope to see you in the next class.